September is almost coming to an end and it's been filled with loads of releases. I mean, the past few weeks has been packed like an avalanche. So from the big techs, car brands, and the phone manufacturers, I've curated a list that I think might be of interest to you. So without further ado, let's jump right into it. It's no more news that Apple has finally released the iPhone 16. And, for a second, a lot of people have mixed reactions on this. I think the most visible change is the intuitive camera control button, which just helps you dial in on your camera settings. And the other ones are, I would just say, Apple just has internal beauty, right? So the new A18 Bionic chip is just a new processor right inside it, right? You can't see it, but, inner beauty. Like, it's like seeing a very beautiful girl and they say she has good character. The good, the good character is internal. So basically, it has that intuitive camera control. And also for videographers, it has the 4K 120 frames per second, which really gives us a good dial on slow-mo at 4K. I think, yeah. So aside that, I'm just thinking, yes, the almighty Apple Intelligence, right? So for that, it's a total different argument on that because some people just feel they are buying a mansion without furniture in it yet. And the company is promising that, look, just buy the house, we will deliver the furniture to you at a later date. So Apple is selling the iPhone 16 without the Apple Intelligence yet, coming in October, sometime in October. So it's just going to be a file. So you just download the file, install, and also they've really downsized on a lot of people who would have access to this. So from iPhone XR downwards, yeah, those are considered, or those are already named as vintage phones. So I feel don't take this in a bad light, all right? So Apple just made mention that if you have the iPhone XR down, iPhone XR, iPhone 9, 8, whatever, downwards, you're having a vintage. There's some form of value in vintages. So you don't need a museum anymore. You you can start your collections. See, these are vintage collections right now, and they'll be very scarce in the months, years to come. So you can just start collecting them, collector's edition. For the ladies, yeah, I think yes, another feature that would really strike through, yeah, it's just the camera quality, yeah, because I know baddies. they just want to point the camera and it's bright. Okay, so I'm not like it's a thing. Like they just buy these things because of they heard the camera is better. So, I'm not here to bore you with technical details, but so why am I dwelling on the iPhone 16? All right, so that's for the Apple ecosystem. So they are bringing the Apple Intelligence on a later date sometime in October. All right, so on to the next. Blackmagic just released the Pixis 5.5-inch monitor and also the Blackmagic OSA Sign 17K camera. Wow. So we are seeing these VR headsets come into mainstream like the Apple Vision Pro, the Meta Quest, systems, all of these from previous cameras which couldn't really match up with the resolutions needed to produce content suited for this. So I think the Blackmagic Ursa 17K would be a perfect fit for that purpose, all right? China's Huawei Technologies just released a $2,800 tri-foldable phone, and like when I saw this, it folds into three. So it's almost the size of an iPad, and that's quite massive for a mobile phone. And these things are getting more complex and sleeker by the day. So we've seen the likes of Samsung foldables, we've seen the likes of Tecno, Oppo. Like it's a race that I think it's just in no time Apple would have to step in but Just before then, if Apple steps in, I'm not sure it will be affordable because Apple is more like the boss. Like they know how to extend the cash value for these items once they present it to the market. Axon just introduced the SignMasters 4K wireless video transmitter, and this is quite massive because of the features, and one of which is 2.5 kilometer transmission range, and that is quite a lot. It does the USB-C out or UVC out, and also it has the SDI and HDMI loop out, and also can live stream directly from the device. This is quite remarkable from Axon, being the first time it's taking such a distance in transmission range. Meta just released the Meta Quest 3 and the Meta Quest 3S, and this is a mixed reality headset built as an extension of your current workflows. Meta also released the Orion AR glasses, and you would think, like, is this not another Quest 3? So for me, the physical difference here is that the Orion fits to your daily wearable style. So you can have a direct eye contact with your surroundings, or probably it's just a very practical eyeglass wear, but also it's just a piece of tech that is still on the beta testing, and we hope to see more of this application in the coming months or weeks. So to the last one, top car manufacturers around the world, they have their different luxury brands. For Toyota, they have the Lexus. For Honda, they have the Acura, and Nissan has the Infiniti. Now, BYD from China has just introduced their Yangwang series, which is the U8 and U9. The Yangwang U8 costs about 155,000 US dollars. It can drive and it can swim just for about 30 minutes. So anything that would make you stay in water for more than 30 minutes means you are endangering the proper functionality of that car. So it's just for extreme cases that you would need that feature for swimming. Of course, you need to activate a little bit of things here and there to enable the car swim perfectly. All right. So, and also for the tank turns. So tank turn is just a new feature now for almost every SUV EV that helps the car turn 360 in a stationary position. So it can be used in different scenarios. The Yangwang U9 is a reasonably priced hypercar. So note here that hypercars are the most priced production cars, and some of which are not road legal. You just buy them to drive in a racetrack, and that's what hypercars are made for, because the power, the torque, the acceleration. So the Yangwang U9 can do from 0 to 100 in under 2 seconds. That's a lot of power and acceleration all under 2 seconds. And it has all 4 independent motors, each for each wheel.